Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're gonna continue our previous lesson that was hinged on lines and angles, because it's not the topic that we can cover whole in one lesson. So what we're gonna do today, we're gonna do a couple of more examples and we'll wrap up the topic in the following lessons. So our first example is, we are given this figure, and so let's focus on what is given to us. So we are given SOT angle, like SOT, which is 53 degree, and also we are given TOU, which is 90 degree, like TOU, which is 90 degree. And what we need to find out, this angle UOV, like this angle that we need to find out, UOV. And we already knew that the angle made by a straight line, like SV line, is 180 degree. So that means this whole angle is 180 degree. That means these three angles, like SOT, which is 53 degree, and TOU, which is 90 degree, and UOV angle that we need to find out is sum up to 180 degree. And also these are supplementary angles. So SOT, TOU plus UOV is 180 degree, because these are the supplementary angles. So just put the values here. 53 plus 90 plus UOV that we need to find out is equal to 180. So 143 degree plus UOV, and this implies 180 minus 143 degrees, so UOV comes out to be 37 degree. So UOV is 37 degree, and this is what we need to find out. So our second example is, we are given this figure, and what we are given to us, like XOZ, which is 90 degree, like XOZ, this whole angle is 90 degree. So, and also YOZ, which is 40 degree. And also we are given two intersecting lines, like VY, two intersecting lines, VY and like VY and WZ. So these are the two intersecting lines that is given to us. So what we need to find out, XOY, like XOY. So I can make it more clear. XOY. This is the angle that we need to find out. So in order to find out this angle, we're gonna consider this straight line WZ, like this straight line we're gonna consider, and we know that the angle made by a straight line is 180 degree. So that means the angle made by this straight line WZ is 180 degree, like this whole angle, it is 180 degrees. So we can write it down like this, like y plus yoz plus xoz is 180, because these are all supplementary angles, and x or y that we need to find out, and yoz, like yoz is 40 degree and xoz is 90 degree. So xoy plus 130 is equal to 180. So this implies xoy is 180 minus 130, so it comes out to be 50 degree. So that means xoy, like this angle is xoy is 50. And we also know that opposite angles made by two intersecting lines, they are equal. That means like these two intersecting lines, like v, y, w, z, the opposite angles made by these two intersecting lines, like v, o, w, that means this angle, like v, o, w, and y, o, z. So these are like y, o, z. So these are two opposite angles, they are equal to, like v, o, w is equal to y, o, z. They are equal. So we can write it down like this. These two angles, opposite angles. By intersecting lines. So they are equal, and yoz is, like yoz is 40 degree. So that means VOW is also 40 degree. So XOY is 50 and VOW is 40. So now we're gonna find out WOX, like WOX, this angle. So in order to find out WOX, consider this line VY, like VY, which is an intersecting line. So we know that angle made by straight line is 180 degree. That means this whole angle is 180 degree. So VOW, which is 40, so this is 40, and this is what we need to find out, WOX, and also XOY is 50. So VOW, like VOW, and WOX that we need to find out, plus XOY is 180. So VOW is 40 and WOX plus XOY, which is 50. So WOX plus 90. So that means WOX is 180 minus 90. So WOX is 90 degree. So our third example is we're given this figure and EF and GH, they are the two intersecting lines, like EF and GH, they are the two intersecting lines. And we also know that opposite angles made by two intersecting lines, like the opposite angles made by these two intersecting lines EF and GH, like this angle E, let's say this is OEOG, which is 100 degree, that is given to us, and here the opposite angle is like this whole angle, which is 55 degree plus C. That means EOG is equal to this opposite angle 55 degree plus C. They are equal because they are the opposite angles. So EOG is 100 degree is equal to 55 plus C. So C is 100 minus 55. So this implies C is 45 degree. So that means C is 45. And in order to find out D, let's consider this EF straight line and like this straight line EF, and we know that the angle made by a straight line is 180 degree. That means this whole angle is 180 degree. So EOG, like EOG, and GO, like GOF is 180. So EOG is 100 degree and GOF is D that we need to find out. So D is 180 minus 100. So it comes out to be 80. So C is 45 degree and D is 80 degree.